Hey, I'm Ellen.
And I'm Eric.
And this is I Love That. And we're a podcast. And we are here to talk to you about our son, Jack, basically. We're doing a life story type of kit called Life Story, tales.com. And it's an interview kit. It has 150 questions about us and our story, and our stories together and apart.
Right.
And we decided that we would like to record this for Jack and his possible future family. He's 21 right now, so we figured we might as well get started doing this.
Yep. It's 2025.
2025, yep. And we called the podcast I Love That because it started out on The Bachelor as a joke. All the girls and the guys would always say, I love that. And we just, I don't know, we picked it up in our house. And every time someone said, I love that, we would look at each other and say, I love that. So we decided to name our podcast I Love That. And it's at jackscrib.com because we made a website for Jack when he was just born. Well, Eric made the website because Jack was a preemie. He was a 27-weeker, and we were in Long Beach, California when he was born. And all of Eric's family were here in Omaha and Shelby, Iowa area. So they didn't come out to see Jack when he was first born. So Eric went and made a website and put all of Jack's pictures that he took from the first day all the way up to 5 years of age. Is jackscrib.com if you want to visit that to see Jack up to age 5. So we wanted I Love That, and it seemed like everything, it was taken everywhere. Yeah. So we decided to match it with Jack's Crib. So on all of our social media platforms, it will be I Love That .jackscrib. And the email address is I Love That @jackscrib.com. So that's my little spiel. So please, if you do like this, and want to keep watching, we'd appreciate it if you would like, subscribe, review, and all that stuff that people say that I feel stupid saying. But so the reason that we're doing this podcast, well, the reason I was inspired to do this podcast is because a few years ago, Eric made me finally listen to podcasts. And he started me on My Favorite Murder, and with Georgia Hartstark and Karen Kilgareth. And I started listening that was probably 2022, maybe,
yeah,
or so. And I started from the beginning of My Favorite Murder and then went to about 100 episodes and then skipped to the very end and tried to get caught up like that. And those two ladies are so inspiring. And I mean, they're so funny and relatable. And when I listened to it, I thought, that is just exactly how we talk. So I thought, you know what? I would love to do a podcast because I love to talk. Go figure. He doesn't like to talk as much, obviously. But I like to talk. And I thought if we could talk about our life stories and make this a podcast for other people to listen to and possibly be inspired to do the same thing, and also get our stories out to Jack and his family whenever he decides to listen. We thought, fantastic. And let me say, this is the 4th or 5th time that we have tried to record this intro. And so, yeah, that's fun.
we'll get there.
We'll get there.
Maybe this is the one.
One can only hope. All right.
So, how did we get here? In 1997, Ellen and I were both married to other people, and we met online before there was Match.com or anything like that. We were on an internet relay chat, text-only basis, and we just kind of hit it off. I got on there one night intending to give it a shot and move on if there was nothing, nobody chatting in the room. Your mom was in there, so we
Woo!
started chatting, and the rest is history. No,
it really is.
we got divorced. We moved into Mobile,
from our other
Iowa.
people.
Yep, from our respective spouses.
Spouses.
We moved into Mobile Valley, Iowa, and we'll get into all of this much more during the Tales questions. But we moved into a little rundown,
shitty
little house. It was super cold and super hot in the summertime because there was no heating and air conditioning whatsoever. So
it's terrible.
Yeah. From there, we moved into Omaha, a little closer, over on 132nd in between Pacific and Center, so that we could be closer to work.
Right.
And we lived there for a year, and then my company offered to send me out to California to run the help desk for a company that we had just bought out there. And they were in Mountain View, California.
Which is Northern California.
Yeah. Which is between San Jose and San Francisco. So
right.
We moved out to San Jose. We got a house there.
And I got a job. They offered me a job as well. So it was a no-brainer.
Right.
To get close to get to California.
Yeah.
And we, by that point, we were pregnant with Jack.
No, we got pregnant up there.
Where?
In Northern California.
Oh, you're right. Oh, I was thinking we were already out of Northern California. Yeah, you're right.
So yeah, we got pregnant, and we decided to move closer to LA, to Long Beach, to be closer to friends and family.
To my friends and family.
Yeah, I started looking for a job, found a job in LA. We moved down to Long Beach. We lived in an apartment on Euclid and Broadway.
215, I think it was, Euclid.
215 Euclid, yeah, I think you're right. Yeah, and it was just in a great neighborhood. We were 2 blocks from the beach.
Yeah, it was so just a neat neighborhood.
Maybe we were in walking distance to 2nd Street.
Which is like Belmont Shore, which is just like the hub.
The main walkway
Long
of
Beach.
Shops and everything down there. So yeah, it was a very cool place to live.
And I could walk to work because I worked at the bank down there. So yeah, it was perfect.
And then I got laid off from that job. And
when Jack was about 2.
Yep.
Right before he turned 2.
Right. Yep. Just days before he turned 2. Ugh. So we had your 2nd birthday out there. And then my parents offered to pay to move us back to Shelby. So
Iowa.
We had nothing going. So we decided, I gave it a month to find a job and couldn't find a job. So we decided to move back. And
we figured it was going to be a billion times cheaper to raise a child and to buy a house and a cleaner living here in Nebraska. Chibi. Sorry, we have a puppy who barks continuously.
So we moved back in with Grandma and Grandpa Carstensen in Shelby, Iowa, for about 6 months, and it was rocky, to say the least. So we got an apartment in La Vista down on 84th and Giles. Right. And that was a cool place. That was a fun place. Yeah, ice cream trucks and swimming pool and it was just really neat. Squirrels, yeah. It was just a neat place to live. It was. Also, we had a park real close that we used to go to and fly kites and the library. The library for story time. Jack, you had the life. Yep. Was one parent staying home with you basically all the time? Yeah, I was unemployed for that whole summer. So I got to hang out with Jack, and it was awesome because we did everything. We went everywhere and went to the zoo and had breakfast with bears and all kinds of stuff. Yep, so much fun. We were there for, I want to say 2 years.
Yeah, about.
And we bought this house that we're in on 169th Street.
When Jack was 5?
2008. So
right.
Yeah, he was 5.
And it's 2025 right now, which I can't believe.
Yeah, we've been here for 20 years.
Jeez.
And we've got the marks on the wall.
Yeah, from all of his heights.
Yep.
From the very beginning, from 5 years old on.
Yep.
Wow. Yeah, so that's where we live now. And that's where we're starting this podcast. And we hope that not only Jack loves it and his family loves it, but that
other people, find it interesting and maybe decide to do this on their own with tales for their family. And that'd be really cool if they did.
Right. Maybe we can inspire some people.
Yeah.
To get their family stories told to their kids or grandkids or whatever. So yeah, I mean, we just wanted to do an introduction, and hopefully this is the one that we can actually get out.
Let's hope.
We're hoping and praying. We really are this time for sure. But so yeah, we're going to do this hopefully once a week. We'll put one out, and we'll figure out what day and all that good stuff. And hopefully people like it. And if you do, like, rate, review, subscribe, all that stuff. You can also watch us on YouTube at I love that jackscrib.com. So you can watch us on YouTube because, doing a podcast now also includes doing a video. So we didn't want to do that.
So here we are.
Hey, how's it going? I can't promise we're always going to look, the best, but hey, we're going to get it out. We're going to get it on, right?
Yep.
Okay, so I guess that's our first show. So thanks for listening. And until next time, I love that. See you later.